Round 1, fight!
Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Tournament Fights. I'm excited for this one. This is our Best of 2011 championship. These championships are always fun because it's like the best of the best going head to head. So we'll see what our panel thinks is the best of 2011, and then if you're chiming in, let us know, or if you're watching, let us know which movie you would pick for Best of 2011. We also have 8 movies. It'll be the ladder series, so 8 movies will advance to the next round to face off against the movies of 2010. And if you see any movies from previous years, the ladder series just means that there were a few movies from previous years. Not too many of them made it, but a couple made it in. So if you see that, that's just why they were good enough, strong enough to get enough votes. So, but I am your host tonight, Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we've got half our panel here, and the other ones will be coming shortly. So we get to decide for now what movies before they get here, what movies advance. But I'll bring in my co-host. We got Austin Pez Howell. What's up?
Yeah, no, let's we'll wrap up this 2011 thing tonight. Let's see what happens. Sure.
Yeah. Sounds good. And then we also have Malcolm Lay here. How's it going, Malcolm?
Going good, but just can't wait to do this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and also, you know me, I'm not going to try an actual snack tonight, but I think I'm going to try to do a snack here this Thursday. You might see a rare appearance of a snack here because I got a couple snacks here. So I just picked this up. These are churro Kit Kats. So here's a little preview if you tune in on time. So you got those. You got this new Coca-Cola Ultimate that's here. So I might give that a try. And then I got some cereal because we got wacky cereals here in the U.S. They're Tres Leches Toast Crunch, like a take on Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So that might be that is a little preview of maybe some things I'll be trying out later this week, Thursday. So watch for that. I don't know the time yet, but we'll make some announcements on our social. That's all down in the description. So, but yeah, but this will be everyone for right now. So, for Austin, for anyone that might be tuning in, do you want to break it down and let them know how it's going to work?
Yeah, so it's championship episode, which means half bracket of 32, so a little bit shorter tonight. We got the Sweet 16 from part 1 from Monday, Sweet 16 from part 2 from Wednesday. Throw them all in there. Malcolm jumbled them up for us real nice, and we'll see if the randomizer was kind to us tonight or if it was mean to us tonight. We'll see. And, we'll go around and just see what everybody votes for until we get to a champion tonight. Drive won part 1, and Warrior won part 2 and became a 2-time champion. So that's
yeah. So we'll see what happens. We'll see, because there are a couple movies from years that came after this. So I don't know. That might sway people's vote. They don't want a champion from a different year, but I mean it's happened before, or just. Or if any of the ones that won previous tournaments will be strong contenders here, we'll see. So, yeah, but since it's only a half bracket and we've got 3 of us for now, I'll play this longer intro. So let's do this.
We're going to play a wonderful game called Who is Your Daddy and What Does He Do? It's showtime.
What do you say we cut the chit-chat a-hole?
May I see your invitation, please?
Sure. Here's my invitation.
Let's do this, Schmidt. Yeah. Just like we always do, Jenkins. Jacob. Oh, sorry.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. And I want to have them answered immediately.
I mean, come on, I just don't see a problem here. Let's just do it.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm pumped.
You serious?
All right. Cool. So we have to wrap it up there.
Yeah, I will say for the first matchup, it was nice to at least one person on this panel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Interesting. So, yeah. So I guess Malcolm, you'll be first. So
Yeah, Planet of the Apes and Captain America.
yeah.
Yeah. As much as I want to move Planet of the Apes through, I just love Captain America: First Avengers too much, and I do think it's one of the more underrated of the MCU movies. So Captain America gets my vote.
Yeah. Well, Austin.
Yeah, no,
What do
I
you think?
like both of these movies a lot. But yeah, if I had to make like a top 10 MCU movies, I think Captain America: The First Avenger is in there. Probably all the Captain Americas would be in there because I think
Yeah.
it's really good. So yeah, I don't mind putting through Captain America.
Yeah. And you know me, like monkeys with human traits, not for me. But I will say this one is the one I like the most out of the trilogy because they're kind of have less human traits and they're just shown at the beginning. And I do like James Franco. I mean, before he became problematic. Now that, but I mean, I'm just a big Captain America fan. Somewhere. Oh yeah, there you go. Just sitting right next to me. I got stuff all over the room of Captain America. There you go. So yeah, I'm gonna go Captain America because even though like it might be the weakest of the three Captain Americas, it's like
It's
like
still good.
it's like saying one's a 10, one's a 9, and one's an 8 or something. You know. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's still good.
That's potentially the last Planet of the Apes we'll have until 2001.
Oh
Yeah,
man,
right.
that'll be a
To that
doozy.
Tim Burton movie, yeah. Fuck.
I mean, that's if
Yeah.
it makes it into the list.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
right.
It'll probably be in there. I think that movie's infamous enough. I could talk about it.
Yeah.
All right. First class and
There we
Paul.
go. All
Me,
right.
yeah. Paul is okay. I don't think it's Nick Frost and Simon Pegg's best outing. I think their best stuff obviously is with that. You're right. But it's still a decent movie. But X-Men First Class is my favorite X-Men movie. I've made that very clear. I love this movie so much. So yeah, it's got to be X-Men overwhelmingly for me.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I always love when Simon Pegg and Nick Frost team up. They're awesome together. I just think they're like two people that should just do everything together. Like they're just way better together, but they're still great separate because you got like Simon Pegg shows up in Mission Impossible. You got Nick Frost in like things like Attack the Block and that. But I mean, it's X-Men First Class. I mean, it's not my favorite X-Men. It's probably even like my third overall, but I do think that it's a pretty strong contender here. So I'll go X-Men First Class. What, Malcolm?
Yeah. I love X-Men First Class. I haven't seen Paul in ages. It's one of those ones that I'm pretty sure I've seen once, but haven't gone back to revisit it. It's been one I've been meaning to, but yeah, I mean, it had to go up against X-Men First Class, unfortunately. So yeah, it gets my vote easily.
Yeah. All right. First Class it is.
Mm-hmm. Fast Five and
Days of Future Past.
still Days of Future Past. You just used the road cut.
Okay. Yeah. Nice.
Cover. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Just to switch it up, you know.
No, the reason I switched it up is I was putting in the graphics like, oh shit, I've deleted the one I had for Days of Future
Right.
Past.
Oh, yeah.
So I just grabbed
Yeah.
the first one I could find.
Yeah. Jordan.
Well, I think you can kind of judge it on like either one you like better because I think it's fun to see Rogue back in the Rogue cut, but I do think the other cut's better. But because I like Anna Paquin, but she's still not my ideal person to play that character. But that's a conversation for another time. But and then Fast Five. Oh man, like this one's tough because Fast Five is my favorite Fast and Furious movie. It's but Days of Future Past, like it's either one or number two for me. So it's like it depends when you ask me, but it's pretty close. But like I just want to give some love to a Fast Five that's in a series where not everything's great. There are some pretty bad ones in there, but there's some really good ones, and I want to champion my favorite of the series. If it wasn't my favorite of the series, I'd easily go X-Men, but I'll go Fast Five. So Malcolm.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I love X-Men Days of Future Past. It's great, and it's one of those ones like, and I think, while I know they made the Rogue up as everyone's complaining that Rogue was sort of cut out of the movie a lot, like first scenes didn't really add too much to the story overall story anyway. um,
Yeah.
um, but yeah, it's tough because these are Fast Five is probably my top five Fast and Furious movies. As much as I would have liked to see X-Men go up against X-Men potentially, I've got to go to Fast Five.
Yeah, sounds good. Austin.
Yeah,
what do you
well,
say?
I just voted in my favorite X-Men movie, and yeah, Days of Future Past is probably top three. But Fast Five is also probably top three out of Fast and Furious, but behind Too Fast and Tokyo Drift for me. So, but Fast Five is probably the best of the sort of lots of them together, big ensemble fast movies,
Yeah.
and before it got really, really ridiculous, and you still had Paul Walker and The Rock actually added something to that movie and wasn't overused yet, So, I'll go
Yeah.
Fast. I'll champion Fast Five for sure. Yeah, let's put that one through.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Sounds good.
All right, so
Adventures of
Tintin,
Tintin up against Red State.
All right.
Okay, Malcolm, go first.
Yeah, I mean, I said it on part two. I'm not a fan of Red State. Like, I bought it on DVD specifically to watch because I found it on a auction site earlier this year, and like I'm gonna get it because it was at that point it's like doing Kevin Smith things. Like, it's fine. It's just not one that's for me. And I think Tintin's just really underrated. It's one of those movies that really should have got more love than what it is because it's not like a very obscure property, but it's like and I would have loved to see a sequel, but that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. So I'm going to go Tintin.
Yeah.
Austin.
Well, speaking of, are Simon Pegg and Nick Frost in Tintin as well?
Yeah, Thompson and Thompson.
Yeah, right.
Right. I'm not super into Tintin myself. I tried to watch it not too long ago, and it just didn't do a lot for me. I thought the animation and stuff was good, but I don't know, story just didn't do a lot for me. I got kind of bored with it personally. I get why people like it though, but not for me. But yeah, I really like Red State, and I wish it was more available because I think it's a really underrated, Kevin Smith movie, and I like the performance and stuff. So I'll go Red State, and I'll leave it up to Jordan. So,
well, the thing that kind of gets it for me here is like in the trailer for Red State, you literally have Kevin Smith coming up and like saying from the guy who did Mallrats and Clerks and all these other movies, we have Red State, a horror movie, and I'm like, and I watched it, I'm like, is it really a horror movie?
Well, I think people being kidnapped and messed with and stuff kind of is, because if Split is a horror movie, then Red State's a horror movie.
Yeah, but Split, they kind of make him like really scary looking. I don't know. Like,
Michael Parks isn't scary in that movie as a crazy fundamentalist whack job, who will do anything, in the name of God. I think that can be scary.
I mean, the scariest part to me is just when they're like having the shootout, and then all like the horns start going off, and you're thinking, oh, is the apocalypse coming? Like that kind of thing. But I just really like Tintin. Like, I think Tintin's great. I think it's really underseen by a lot of people, and it's based on sorry, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. All right. Anyways, but yeah, it's based on a graphic novel or like a comic book, something like that. I've never read it, but Chris Scott keeps trying to tell me I need to go check it out. It's really good, and yeah, like it really ramps up the action, and yeah, I think that it's great, and I wouldn't mind seeing a sequel. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we ever got a sequel someday. I don't know, but yeah, I'll vote for Tintin.
Moves on 2-1.
Cities and Drive.
Right.
Oh man, that's going to Drive. Oh.
Yeah, I'm up first. Sorry, Jordan. I like Insidious, but not my favorite horror franchise. Yeah. And I like Drive way more. And I just think it's a fucking super cool movie. love the opening scene. It's one of my favorite opening scenes. That whole sequence where he's doing the driving for the guys, and yeah, that movie's just very stylish. And yeah, no, sorry, I love that movie more. Gotta go drive.
Yeah, well, yeah, I think both of these should advance, but I mean, just because Insidious is my favorite horror movie of all time, I hate to vote against Drive because Drive is so good, but I'll vote for Insidious. I don't think it's gonna make it, but I'll go Insidious. Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, so I mean, I do really love Drive. I do think it's good, but Insidious was a movie that really surprised me when I watched it for the first time earlier in the year. So you know what? Drive has won a tournament. Insidious hasn't, so I'm going to go Insidious.
Oh yes, Malcolm.
That's great. Still not going to win the tournament, but that's fine.
That's why we are great friends. Yeah.
I mean, we'll find out, but
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I would never vote Insidious over. Sorry, not going to happen.
But me and Malcolm can champion all the way, right? Maybe
until everybody else gets here.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, got the Help and Limitless, Jordan.
So I went back and I rewatched Limitless for the tournament because for once I had seen everything that's here, so I just kind of went back and watched some of the movies I only saw one time. And Limitless is good. I really like it, and it gets pretty crazy. Like it just kind of ramps up like the more and more that it goes along. And I think Bradley Cooper's a really great actor, but The Help is just like so good. Like I really like the way that they played like the racism stuff and like the way that they treat the black people, but then they eventually like come to an understanding a little bit, and like it's just a really cool story that kind of brings attention and awareness to like things going on back then. I think it's really good performances from Octavia Spencer, Viola Davis, Emma Stone. So yeah, I gotta go with The Help. Malcolm?
Yeah, I love Limitless. It's a really good movie, but The Help is just a really good movie and a masterpiece acting too. Like Viola Davis and Octavia Spencer, I don't know how much they've worked together, but they should work together more often. So I'm going to go The Help. It's really good.
Yeah. Well, Austin?
The Help's good, but if you put these two in front of me, I want to watch Limitless more than I want to watch The Help, just to be honest. But yeah, I would go Limitless. But,
well, I think Limitless is a little more fun, but I just think that The Help's kind of better. I don't know. So,
yeah. The Help moves on. Midnight in Paris up against 21 Jump Street.
Yeah. Right. Malcolm.
Yeah, so both of these movies are really close together. And it's one of those ones, like I like Midnight in Paris. It's a good movie, but 21 Jump Street is one of those comedies which surprised me. Like I'm not as high on 21 Jump Street as everyone else seems to be, but I still think it's a really good comedy and really good. And just by here, I'm going to go 21 Jump Street.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, Midnight in Paris is good. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of a lot of Woody Allen movies, but there was a few around this time that I liked, like this one and Blue Jasmine. You know, I thought were good. But yeah, I can't compare it to 21 Jump Street. There's sometimes I'll just look up some of the clips from this movie, you know, the drug trip and stuff, you know, that I just, you know, I just want to laugh at it, and it's just a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll go 21 Jump Street. And one of the few movies I can tolerate Brie Larson in.
Yeah, right. Yeah, like I think 21 Jump Street's great. Like I think it's one of the best comedies to come out in like the last like 15 years, and yeah, like that's usually the scene that I look back on, like the drug trip with like Rob Riggle, or like they're fingering each other's mouths, or like when like Dave Franco's in there and like they're just confusing him because there's like all the different like things that they're trying to do undercover and stuff, and he's just kind of like, okay, what, all right, but and then also this is the one that brings back, spoiler, Johnny Depp is in it at the end, so it's got like a cool chase scene at the end, so it's got a lot of cool stuff. It's got, I want to go as far to necessarily call it an action comedy, but it skirts the line. It's got action scenes in it, so And Midnight in Paris is good, but I don't know. I don't really go back to it, so I just enjoyed it as like a one-time watch, probably. So I'll vote 21 Jump Street.
Yeah. All right. 21.
Right.
Harry Potter.
That was up against Hannah.
Hannah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I know where this is going, so I'll show Hannah some love. Yeah. I mean, I actually saw Deathly Hallows Part 2 in the theaters, having not seen anything since the second one. I just saw it opening night because everybody was going, and I mean, good action. I just didn't know what the hell was going on, or what the character moments meant or anything. But but I saw Hannah, opening weekend as well, and it was really really good movie, really underrated kind of action movie. So I'll show some love to Hannah, but I kind of give her this score probably. We'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that these Harry Potter movies will appeal a lot more to you if you've read the books, or if you've seen every single one in order. I think it does kind of help, but I don't think it's really like necessary if you just want to go in and just see like some cool, like, especially for this one, some like fantasy, like magic and fight scenes, and like a bunch of people teaming up against a big villain. Then I think it's still fun for that. Deathly Hallows Part 2 is my number 5 movie of all time. It's my favorite Harry Potter movie, and it's ranked that high for me because there's just some things like in the books, especially, but they do bring most of it into the movies, that thankfully, but that like just like blew my mind, that I thought were just like some of the greatest things that like I've ever read in a book. Like it just really got me, because they're like these books for me, and for a lot of people, I think that like kind of like kept your love of reading alive, and like, or some people kind of rekindled it. There's some people that don't read any books except Harry Potter. I know a few people like that, and yeah, like I was at a point where like I don't know if I'm gonna read that much because I have ADD and stuff, and I'm just gonna watch movies. And then I read these books, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like yeah, like I want to get back into reading. And it sparked like a love for fantasy books, and then that's like my favorite genre for books. Not necessarily for movies, but for books for sure. But Hannah's really good. I think that definitely deserves to be here in the championship. It's I really like Saoirse Ronan and Eric Bana together. I think they make a really good duo, father-daughter duo. But I think it's got to be Harry Potter for me. So, Malcolm.
Yeah, no, it's funny because I think in part 1, I think I voted against Harry Potter quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I mean, I like Deathly Hallows. Like, it is a really good conclusion to the series. I actually watched Hannah for the first time yesterday because I knew I was going to watch it for the championship. And yeah, it's a really good action movie. But unfortunately for me, it just wasn't enough. I am going to go Deathly Hallows on this one.
Yeah, so that's the thing about 2011, that the movies that are good are like really good, and then there's a bunch of like mediocre stuff. so yeah.
I think it's the last one on this side. So.
Oh, we're making it quick.
Oh well, they still got to go speed round with us when they get here. Sorry.
Yeah.
No discussion for you. Just votes.
Yeah, right. No discussion for you. Yeah.
Bridesmaids and Thor. Okay.
All right.
Jordan. Yeah.
Yeah, Bridesmaids. I mean, I don't really love it. I think just Kristen Wiig and Rose Byrne are my 2 favorite people in it. Kind of Maya Rudolph, but not so much. And the rest, I'm just like, don't care. I like when Chris O'Dowd shows up too. But I got to go with Thor. Like I do think that the first Thor, like it has its moments that are awesome and some good humor, but also has slow moments too for me. But I do think it's better than Bridesmaids, and it's just the start of a really cool, iconic comic book character. So yeah, Thor. I'll go with that. Malcolm.
Yeah, Bridesmaids is a good comedy, but Thor is just a really good comic book movie. And once again, it's another one that's very underrated. It's so weird saying these early MCU movies are underrated, but it's just that with all the movies that came out since, it gets
No, it
lost.
feels like underrated. Yeah, like well, I mean, think about it. The movie with Thor was. I mean, think about what year we're at. I mean, it was 12 years ago, and how many MCU projects have there been in 12 years? A lot. It's been a ton. So yeah. So yeah, no, I'm in the same boat, Malcolm. Yeah, I think Bridesmaids is okay, but yeah, Thor is another one. I really like it, and I think a lot of the Phase 1 movies were really good, and this one was a good solid movie. So yeah, I'll go Thor as well, for sure.
Yeah, like when I say that, like some of them, the Phase 1's kind of drag is a little underrated. Compare that to Phase 4. Phase 1 was way better than Phase 4.
I think some of our other panelists are freaking out because they want to vote on this.
Oh, well, all right. We'll see who's here. We got it.
Bridesmaids is better. Go back. Bridesmaids is better. I made it in time for Bridesmaids.
Yeah.
Well, we still all voted for Thor, so too bad.
We'll see what Dom Toretto has to say.
We got Brian here.
Are we all three of you voted for Thor?
Yeah.
All right, never mind. That math is against me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But you can vote for this one. Brian just intended to champion his Muppets here. So but
it's me first, or
yeah, you can go first. That's fine.
Yeah.
We were down to the bottom anyway, so that's fine.
Yeah. I enjoyed Ghost Protocol. Great film by Barber. But I love the Muppets a lot. Great comeback for them after having a slump for the past few years. And Jay Siegel had great use for the Muppets to bring them back. Some great cameo, Jack Black, Madam Muppets, some good songs, some Muppets.
Yeah. JPO, what do you say here?
This is actually a really tough round because I actually do have a lot of love for this Muppets here. I think Jay Siegel is the perfect guy to help bring them back. The jokes are here, the cameos are here. But this is also where I think Mission Impossible really fucking picked it up as well. Kind of like Fast and Furious. Like they start to figure it out around this certain installment. And this is where I think the franchise gets really good. So I'm going to go Ghost Protocol.
Yeah. Malcolm, what do you say?
I mean, I would argue that 3 is probably when Mission Impossible starts to get really good, but Ghost Protocol is still really good. I'm not too sure where that ranks in my sort of Mission Impossible rankings, but I do enjoy the Muppets, but I like Ghost Protocol a lot more, so Ghost Protocol.
Yeah. Austin.
No, I think 3 set it on the path as far as like
right. That's how I feel. 3 is good. 4 is great.
But Ghost Protocol, like with the stunt work and all the epic shit, like this is where they started getting epic with like the Mission Impossible with the Dubai stuff and
to compare to Fast and Furious.
Stuff. Oh,
3 is like 4 here, and then this 5. Is like Fast 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, and oddly enough, we have Fast 5 on the other side of the bracket. So if this thing came down to Fast 5 and Ghost Protocol, that'd be pretty good. I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ghost Protocol is still my favorite. Don't get me wrong, I love Fallout, I love Rogue. They're all great. So it's like saying, which amazing cut of steak do I enjoy more?
No, those last 3 I legit have a hard time ranking.
Yeah, it's like
they're my top 3 for sure.
They're all awesome. But yeah, man, Ghost Protocol has to win a tournament at some point, right? Come on.
Yeah,
I'm going Ghost Protocol.
Yeah.
I mean, if it doesn't really here, it could be the Battle of Toms. So
right.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But Tom Hanks has a lot of bangers, so I don't know.
Yeah.
That'd be tough.
See. But yeah, Ghost Protocol for me is my favorite Mission Impossible. I think it just has some of the coolest stunt work with like all the stuff in Dubai, climbing the towers and like the sandstorm and like some of the car chases and all that. It's like really cool stuff. And yeah, that is where they have Jeremy Renner, and I wish he would have stayed a little longer, but in this franchise. But and the Muppets, this is one of the better Muppet movies. I'm not a huge Muppet fan, but there's about 3 that I'll really champion it, and this is one of them. Like I'm a big Jason Segel fan. I think he works really well here. Amy Adams is also pretty good. So, but I'm gonna go Ghost Protocol still. I mean, it'll definitely edge it out. And also, the new Mission Impossible movie that's coming out in theaters. That's like my number 2 most anticipated movies, and I think it's high for a lot of people. Like it's my dad's number 1, so we're gonna go see it opening night. So yeah. So
critics say it's one of the best Mission Impossible films yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
We have a Steven.
And they're the Michelin champion.
Yeah. You want to say something quick about Ghost Protocol and the Muppets?
Yeah, I would have just gone with Ghost Protocol myself, probably.
Yeah. Yep. Then we're
All right.
it's going through.
Okay.
50-50 and friendship benefits.
Oh,
All right.
Actually, sort of like this match.
we'll jump to JPO next on this one.
Yeah, this one's slightly more easier. I like moments in Friends with Benefits, but there's actually some subplots I actually really kind of have disdain for. 50-50 is a really good movie here. Joseph Gordon-Levitt's my boy, JGL. I call him that because we're on a personal level. And yeah, this is kind of one I know not everyone loves funny people, but it kind of reminds me of that just in the sense of like it does kind of there's some really funny moments along with some really like intellectual like thinking about your future kind of thing. So 50-50 here for me.
Oh yeah, speaking of future, my future wife Anna Kendrick in that movie.
Whoa.
Hey, I called her first this time.
What? Not cool. I have a whole game plan and everything. It's not cool, dude.
Yeah, all right.
Well, I'll take the girl that they meet when they're out walking his dog and he comes up with another dog. I mean, if you haven't seen the movie, you won't know, but if you know, you might know. Malcolm.
This is a 50-50 decision for me because they're both really good. But I do enjoy Friends with Benefits. I do think it is the better of the similar premised movies that came out this year. Unfortunately, they've got a chance to go up against each other. But I'm going to go 50-50 because I think it's a really good movie.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, I'm due for a rewatch on 50-50, but I remember liking it in the theater. And JGL was on a hot streak around this time. He had a lot of really good movies over this 2 or 3 year period. Because he was in Inception and Looper and Dark Knight Rises, and he was on a good little run there. So good for him. But this is one of them. So I'll go 50-50.
Yeah, and the wrong Justin Timberlake movie made it here. What about In Time? Anyone? No. Okay.
It's about on par. It's about on par with FWB.
Yeah, but yeah, like I'm actually kind of surprised that Friends with Benefits it made it to the championship, but I think it probably had an easier route to get there. Yeah, and
because I think it had like Cars too at one point.
Right.
Yeah, but 50-50 actually gave a rewatch because it's one I only saw one time, and Seth Rogen should do more where he's playing like the best friend in like a side role where he's not always starring. I think that like he's really funny and he really works. Like I feel like maybe like a little too much of him can get a little grating on some people. Not me, because I'm a big fan of his, but I can see how it can get on like some people's and there's a little bit. But like as the best friend, it actually works, and he actually has some good heart at the end. He's there for his friend. When he has to go through some big tough things, and the movie has a lot of heart, some good humor, and especially if you've known anyone who's had cancer or gone through it, you can kind of relate. So yeah, I'll go 50-50. Steven, what do you say?
Well, as I said in the previous ones, I know I've seen Between Friends with Benefits and No Strings Attached. I know I've seen one of them, but I don't remember which one it was that I saw. I will go with 50-50, although it's not my favorite movie that those two are in together, where he's again playing he's playing the friend role. But
the night before, maybe?
I looked the night before, but I'll go with 50-50.
Yeah. Brian.
Yeah, I'm also going to go 50-50. On my Letterboxd, 50-50 is my number 9 favorite Seth Rogen performance. It's a great film about cancer. Seth Rogen played one of his best roles. Right now he plays his character is named after himself. Anyways, Friends Benefit has some good moments in there, but 50-50 overall has some good comedy and great drama. So 50-50.
Yeah. So it'll be 50-50. Right.
Shoutout Holmes, A Game of Shadows up against Fright Night.
Two like nighttime movies, sort of. At least by the poster. I think it's Malcolm first. Yeah.
I do like Sherlock Holmes, Game of Shadows. It is probably the weaker of the two Sherlock Holmes we've had so far. But Fright Night is one of those movies which a lot of people do consider to be one of the better remake, like horror remakes out there. And it's just a really good movie, and so I'm gonna go Fright Night.
Yeah. Austin. What do you
Yeah,
say?
I like the Sherlock Holmes movies enough, but they're not my favorites. But yeah, I love that Fright Night remake. I think it's really clever. The setting of Las Vegas, and it's a perfect cover for a vampire because Vegas never sleeps, and it's like
Yeah.
he can be out all night working, and you completely buy it, and he goes to sleep during the day, and goes out. It's great. Yeah, great cast. Colin Farrell is great. I mean, it's hard to point to a time where Colin Farrell was ever bad, especially in the last 10, 15 years. Like he's been delivering one great performance after another. I think he's great here. You forget Toni Collette's in this movie; she's awesome. Yeah, and rest in peace, Anton Yelchin. He's a great leading man. Yeah, good stuff. David Tennant, all of it. So yeah, Fright Night for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, like I also really like the Sherlock Holmes movies. I think they have great scores. That pretty good chemistry between Robert Downey Jr. and Jude Law. And I actually think this one is better of the two because you face off against a Moriarty. So I like that a little more. But you're also missing what's her face? Rachel McAdams. Yeah. But yeah, the Fright Night was just really, really good. Like it's one of those movies. I don't really rush out to buy a lot of DVDs like I used to, but when this one came out, I went and bought it the weekend it came out because I saw it in theaters, saw it in 3D. The 3D was excellent, and which I don't usually like 3D. I usually avoid it, but it actually worked. And yeah, Colin Farrell. I agree with that. When has he ever given a bad performance? I can't think of it. And then throwing David Tennant and Chris Mintz-Plasse and Chris Sarandon, it's a pretty good cast. So yeah, I'll go with Fright Night. Steven?
Yeah, I'm not as high on Fright Night as you guys are, but it's okay. So I'll go with Sherlock Holmes, Game of Shadows.
Yeah. Brian?
Yeah, I have to agree with Sherlock Holmes. That's the weaker of the two films. The first one's more durable than the second one, but Friday, I watched it recently a few days ago. It's pretty good. Love the Vegas aspect, and also one of the great uses of 3D that year. Other one's Harry Kumar.
Yeah. Yep, sounds good. JPO, you say?
Yeah, I pick both Sherlock Holmes, but yeah, if I just go simply by what am I going back to, what do I have more fun? I think nails it more is Fright Night, man. I had a lot of fun with this. Everyone's on point, and it's one of those ones that I actually wish did get a sequel that we didn't get, unfortunately. So Fright Night, there's a sequel, but it's got none of the original cast because there's DVD. I had to throw that out there.
Yep. So it'll be Fright Night.
Yep.
But yeah, Colin Farrell's been in a few bad movies like Total Recall, Artemis Fowl, and that, but I still think he was good in those movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's often not the actor's fault, just the script too.
But Hugo versus Moneyball.
Ooh, that is a good one.
Yeah, and I think it's Austin first.
Yeah. This is good because I actually revisited Hugo not too long ago because I think Jacob and I talked about it on our show, and it's been a while since I saw it. And yeah, it's an enjoyable movie. I think it is a little long for what it is. I think there's a little few too many kind of side plots and tangents. But it really does stick the landing with Ben Kingsley and the filmmaker stuff is good. But yeah, man, I really like Moneyball. I watched that again not too long ago, and like I said, movies like this and Draft Day, are just right up my alley, and I really like sort of these sports business movies. So yeah, I'll go Moneyball.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Hugo's good. I probably watched it at least 5 or 6 times. It's really solid, but I'm a big fan of sports movies in general. Even some of the bad ones I'll really champion, but this one is a great one, and I love the behind the scenes stuff. Even when I was a teenager, so one of my best friends growing up, my buddy Mike, right, who I've been trying to get on the show if he'll ever do it. He's just busy with a wife and kids, but he's into a lot of the movies and stuff. But he's also a big baseball fan. So we grew up we had this game called Baseball Simulator or something, and we would just build your own teams, and you can simulate seasons and games and trades, and there's you got to follow the salary caps and all the different things, and like we had a lot of fun just kind of doing that behind the scenes. So I'm kind of into that stuff. So yeah, I'll vote Moneyball. Steven?
Yeah, I like Moneyball a lot, but Hugo was in my top 10 for 2011, so I'll go with Hugo.
Yeah. Brian? What do you
Yeah,
think?
I also enjoy Hugo a lot. Love the whole aspect that says train station. Enjoy Sessionberry's character as the train conductor, but Moneyball blew me away. Love the whole sports aspect. Love the whole behind the scenes sports aspect. I agree. Also, Draft Day is also my favorite. One of those behind the scenes aspects. And Joy Hill had a great performance as a dramatic actor. So Moneyball.
Yeah. JPO, what do you say?
Man, baseball is one of the most boring sports out there. Fuck, this is a good movie that keeps me entertained
Yeah.
all throughout it.
You know why? Because there's not a lot of actual baseball in the movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Man. I in high school I started writing a thing about like a day at the football game, but it all just takes place in the stands. You never even see the game. Because that's the shit that interests me. But yeah, I like Hugo as well. It's probably my top 20, 30 of that year. Moneyball is probably in my top 5. Great script. I think it's a Sorkin script. Fucking Pitt, Hill. Yeah, gotta go Moneyball.
I think the last time I went to a professional baseball game, I only watched like a little over half of it, and the other time me and my friend were just walking around the stadium, checking out the cool lounge and getting like the concessions.
I went once
and all
because
that.
we had a wrestling show booked like right before it, and it was like $1 hot dog nights. I went for those 2 reasons.
JPO, I'd be lying if I hadn't done a couple of wrestling shows after the baseball game.
It was either before or after. I don't remember when it was, man. It's the only reason I was
we
there.
did after one in a mini ring that was a 10-foot ring.
Oh, shit.
So you know what happens? A lot of the guys just started doing Falls Count Anywhere matches around the baseball stadium.
Nice. I always had a teenage Jesse Neal doing a spear into the fountain, which I don't think the manager liked.
I rep the Dark City Fight Club versus the Loggers, and they just ended up just brawling around kind of home plate and the fences and, all that kind of stuff.
Nice.
Yeah,
we were not on the field. Game over.
Malcolm hit the wrong button.
Malcolm's not even here.
He probably went to hit the to move the thing over, and then he hit the X button on accident. I'm sure he'll be back. So
if Malcolm drops out, so does our bracket because he's got it.
So let's keep talking about baseball wrestling shows.
Yeah, there we go.
So this ring JPO was on the trailer. So it was only a 10-foot ring. It was like rectangular, and it had like no padding whatsoever. It was like straight wood. So that's why most of the guys were like, "Yeah, we're gonna like brawl," because
it was so hot outside. The guy took a clothesline, but instead of just doing a back bump, he like went to his knees to the side because he was trying to avoid the hot black apron.
Oh, dude, let me tell you about hot black aprons in Miami. Doing a show in an outdoor mall, that had like this courtyard in the middle, but the sun was right on top of it. So we had this ring right in the middle, had a black canvas, and it was like in the middle of summer, like July in Miami. So it's 100 and something degrees outside. The canvas is like 120 or 100, to 130, just black. So yeah, nobody wanted to take any bumps. Even me getting down and doing the pinfalls was burning my hand. So we were like, no. So yeah, everybody was doing as much as they could on the outside of the ring and like doing, the finish on the inside.
I don't envy those outside shows. I've been in the shade with my fan going, come on, guys, why are you going short? Everyone went short on their times. Yeah. Because everyone was hot as shit. Why is everyone having a 4-minute match tonight? It's hot as shit. Okay.
Yeah. No, I've done shows in hot parking lots on black asphalt. Where we got dressed in the U-Haul truck, around the corner. I've got all kinds of those stories for sure. So yeah, welcome to the Lonely Marks Part 2.
Yeah.
Where we talk about Florida 80s. Malcolm's sending something. I don't know what he's doing.
I think his
might be trying to send you a link.
Yeah, if he can send me the bracket, I can run it.
He's trying to come back. I think he's just about here. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think his internet just dropped.
Wrong button. What you doing, Malcolm? You're running our bracket.
Yeah, what happened?
His internet may have wonked out for a second.
Yeah.
Just
That's all good, but yeah, JPO, like I think I'd pay money to like see you like do commentary for the baseball game and then stay after for the wrestling match that's after and commentate.
We didn't do any commentary for the game itself. Yeah, I watched so little of that game.
Yeah.
I was there for the wrestling.
No, yeah.
Just like make it
and
up
the dollar
as you
hot
go
dogs. Those were good hot dogs.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was my bad. I clicked him off because I'm trying to find the bracket.
I haven't
For some
got
reason, I
the
thought
link back up yet.
No, it's all good. Hopefully, I mean, we'll remember which one's won if we have to like pull them back in, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
usually
the
they-
first half. So
Usually
we all
it'll
voted
say,
for bridesmaids.
yeah.
Bridesmaids is not
It
going
happened once
through.
to me.
Thor's a better movie.
Yeah,
whether
Yeah,
Fast
I mean-
5 was on.
Disagree.
yeah, yeah. Fast 5 went up against like Days of Future Past.
Oh man, that's
Who won
tough.
that?
That's
Yeah, and
That's
Fast 5
5.
won.
Fast 5 won.
I'm with that. I'm with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. All right. Here it comes. I think.
Well,
don't
Malcolm's
know.
frozen again, so I think
Yeah,
he's having
maybe he
internet
could share.
issues.
Oh,
this
yeah,
with
maybe that-
Austin.
Oh
Maybe.
shoot! Maybe the internet dropped again.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
He needs to send me the bracket and I can run it. Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be like that one episode of trivia where my internet was out for like 30
Oh
minutes.
yes.
Yeah,
Malcolm, if you can hear this, if you need to send me the bracket, and I'll take care of it.
yeah,
Just DM him. I don't even know if you can hear you.
Send it in the messenger.
yeah.
In the group chat.
Just when my internet is finally being okay again. Now,
Oh wait,
It's-
maybe.
Steven, do you live with Malcolm? Or are you sucking up his internet?
Yeah.
uh, I do not live in New Zealand. New Zealand is probably right now a better place to live than.
Yeah.
So he's gonna send it to me. So talk amongst yourselves, guys. Talk. What's everybody seeing in the theater lately? No Hard Feelings is very mediocre. How about you guys?
Last one I saw
Yeah.
was the Flash. So
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, I saw it was the Flash. I might do No Hard Feelings, Elemental, and what else is out? Might do a triple shot.
Transformers,
I've seen that actually.
Asteroid City.
That's the third one. There you go. Yeah, solved it. So yeah, just
I saw
depending
Transformers
on how
twice
times
for some
goes.
reason because I saw it
Yeah.
once and then the rest of my family wanted to go see it because there's a scene where they're literally fighting in like Machu Picchu, and my dad and my brother just went on a vacation there, and they're like,
Oh, okay.
I've seen all the spots. Like I was right there. I was there.
I liked it, but boy, does it still have the same trope of like we've got to take this piece from one place to the other place, and now the robots are trying to take this piece from us. And, you know,
Yeah,
They
I
love
think it's
that
one of the
trope.
best, but that's not saying a lot.
it's
Yeah.
just tighter. It's 2 hours. It's less shitty humor. You know, luckily, so
Less girls
it's
like
definitely watchable.
gratuitous butt shots for no reason and like
Yeah,
product
it is. That
placement.
is true too. Yeah, it is like
Less of that.
sexified from Michael Bay. Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
would be more willing to say, like my niece saw it, and I don't think I ever like balked at it or anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just sent it to me, so give me a minute, guys, to pull it up. So keep talking. I'll be right there.
Jordan,
All right.
have you tried
Which
this
one?
drink called? Oh, sorry. Have you tried this drink called Cactus Cooler?
Oh yeah.
I've heard of that.
First
It's
I
been a
tried it,
long
it's
time.
very
I think it's kind of orangey pineapple or something like that. I think I've
Correct.
had it a long time ago, but
good.
yeah,
Very
it's been
good so far.
like 10 years though since I've had it. All right,
I'm
maybe it'll
currently
work this
using my
time.
phone as a hotspot, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully that'll will work.
So-
good.
Well, I've got it pulled up on backup just in case we need to get to it. So
Yeah.
I'll keep going right now.
I think
Yeah.
I still haven't. I think I haven't talked about this one yet, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you were the last one to
Yeah.
comment.
Put Malcolm back in under me, and we'll get back to it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
what do you say here, Malcolm? We'll go back
yeah,
to-
so I love Moneyball, but I'm gonna go Hugo.
yeah.
Well, it's going to be 4-2 for Moneyball, though. So,
All right.
All right.
That's what I thought. It was still Moneyball.
Yeah, it's still going to
Oh,
be
good.
Moneyball.
Okay.
But yeah, I've got the bracket on a side tab if Malcolm has any issues. So I'll bring it back.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Scroll to the next one.
Once Malcolm gets caught up.
Yeah. Yeah, he might be getting caught up.
Yeah, maybe I'll delay or something.
Malcolm.
Yep. Yeah, I'm here.
I just scroll to the next one if you can.
The next one is Warrior Wolf Wall Street. I have scrolled on my end, so
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say,
I don't see Hugo and Moneyball.
yeah.
I still see it too.
but
Weird.
anyway, it's Warrior Wolf Wall Street. Just trust me.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can give it like a round to see if it catches up, but let me see what this.
I'm doing the brackets right now on my end. I'm catching up the things. So if we need to switch to mine, we can switch.
Yeah. When you switch to you, now I'm bringing it back up, and it's doing that.
Okay, so give me a second. I'm actually scrolling these over, and all right, Jordan, I'm going to share my screen. I've got it caught up where we are, and you can share mine, and I will be caught up here.
All right, let's see if this one is.
Yeah.
That might be the other one. So let's go here.
No, mine.
There we go.
There we go. Let me just
Yeah.
let me zoom in here, and we'll be ready to go. All right.
All right.
Yeah, because
Cool.
I got everything Moneyball right there going through, and here we go.
All right.
Okay, we're back in business. Yeah, I got Warrior and Wolf of Wall Street. There we go.
Oh man, this is a tough matchup.
All right, so Jordan, you're up first. Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to remember if Warriors ever won a tournament. I think it has. I think.
You mean 2 nights ago?
Oh yeah, that's right. One, yeah, one 2 nights ago. That's right. So they both won it. I mean, I kind of think Warrior won for a reason. Like I think we see Wolf of Wall Street more, so I'll go with Warrior. And I think it's like that's amazing performance. Nick Nolte, Tom Hardy, Joel Edgerton are all giving like lights out performances. So and like literally try to get their lights out in this movie. So put out. So I'll vote Warrior. Steven, what do you say?
Yeah, I'll go with Warrior.
Yeah. Brian.
Yeah, this is a tough matchup. Both great films, but if these two are places for me, I would watch more Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. JPO.
Yeah, it's a toughie, man. They're probably my top 5 of this year, but I think I'm leaning towards Wolf of Wall Street. It's kind of an all-timer for me to a degree, so.
Yeah, and just remember, this is a 2011 championship. So Wolf of Wall Street is not 2011. Just
cool.
Just put it out there.
It's so good. It needs to move on as far as it needs to, Jordan.
Can I change my vote to Warrior?
I mean, I'm okay with like my logic is just vote as far as it needs to, and if it makes the Elite 8, that's good. But for the champion, yeah.
But Jordan, talk about World Trade 15.
Yeah, I know, Top Gun. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. But I mean, it's fine. I'm not going to do that on like every match. Like if Wolf of Wall Street went up against like Friends.
But Creed is so good; it should still be in the 2012 tournament. Jordan.
If it's that good,
I know. Maybe Wolf of Wall Street is that good, Jordan.
Yeah. Well, vote however you want. Like I'm not telling you how to vote. I'm just saying.
I'm just using what you've said in the past. I'm just using what you've said in the past.
That's that's fine. Malcolm, yeah.
Yeah, I love both of these movies. But yeah, if Warrior hadn't won part 2, I probably would have gone Warrior. Wolf of Wall Street, as I say, it's good. So if something deserves to get a win a second time, Wolf of Wall Street does. Wolf of Wall Street gets my vote.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, Warrior's good, but Wolf of Wall Street's a top 10er, man. So Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah.
Well, I'm not mad about it. So.
At least for now. It doesn't mean I won't vote for a 2011 movie when we get closer to the final. We'll see.
I mean, we could have got a Hugo.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like literally, I was just doing it because I had to be nitpicky because I freaking love both those movies.
We could have gotten a Scorsese versus Scorsese, but we're not now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we could have.
All right, Steven, you're up first for Crazy Stupid Love and Final Destination 5.
I'll go with Final Destination 5 for this match.
Yeah. Brian.
Raise has been one trade, that is Crazy Stupid Love. It's one of my favorite walkouts of the 2010 decade. Gosling and Carell have perfect chemistry. Even the whole twist at the end, which is very surprising. So Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah. JPO.
Yeah, I gotta follow suit here. Crazy Stupid Love is, I think, a really charming film that surpassed my expectations that I still enjoy going back to. Crazy Stupid Love.
Yeah. Malcolm. I might be frozen again. So
he's having all kinds of issues tonight. No, that's all right. We'll come back.
Everyone has that like one night where their internet just f's up. But Austin.
I've seen Crazy Stupid Love twice, but I've seen Final Destination 5 about 9 times. So I'm gonna go Final Destination on this one.
Yeah. we may see me doing it in the future. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm like 95% sure I'm starting a new job where I'm going to be in hotels a lot and doing these shows from hotel rooms. So we'll see how that goes. But
so what that means is Austin may be host for a little while Jordan's a guest.
Yeah, maybe.
So
yeah,
I'm sitting at home, stable with a computer connection, running the shows, and Jordan might be co-host. That may
yeah. It all
not be
depends
with
on
us.
where it's at and like what
We'll
the
see. We'll
internet
see.
situation
Just how
is.
Austin guest hosts Battleground.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've guest hosted StreamYards. I know what I'm doing.
Yeah. But here I'm gonna go with Final Destination 5. I think that may be the best one. There's an argument to be made. I mean, the first two are pretty good, but this one's also really good. So, and Crazy Stupid Love's great, but they're both great, and I think I like Final Destination a little more. So, but we can go back to Malcolm since
and luckily, Malcolm, you passed the bracket on to me, so we're good. So
Yeah.
hang in there. I got it now. But what you got on this one?
I mean, I'm glad one didn't start glitching once everyone else started turning up.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. It wasn't just three of us.
But
yeah,
I love Crazy Stupid Love, but Final Destination 5 is really high up for me, so I'm gonna go Final Destination 5.
Hey, all
Yeah.
right. Nice. All right.
F5. It'll be the second F5 to make it.
Okay. We Bought a Zoo and Real Steel. Brian?
Yeah,
All
I
right.
haven't got on see We Bought You, but I quite enjoy Real Steel. It's good rock and sock robots live action, so Real Steel.
Yeah. JPO.
This would be a fun double feature for 12-year-olds. These are perfectly acceptable films. I'm leaning more towards We Bought a Zoo. I know got some Cameron Crowe loving here, right? Hey.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, even though this movie costed me a trivia match.
It did.
Oh,
That's the reason I love it, because
Curse
it cost
you,
it to
Cameron
me.
Crowe.
Yeah, right.
I was like, this Cameron Crowe fan forgot about Cameron Crowe.
Yeah. Well, Malcolm, what do you say?
Yeah, I enjoy Real Steel, but I think I lean towards We Bought a Zoo more, so We Bought a Zoo.
Yeah. Austin.
You know what? I'll champion the underdog here with a little Real Steel. It was a fun movie. I saw it in IMAX. It wasn't bad. Kind of an underseen Hugh Jackman movie, but a really fun one at that. So I'll say Real Steel.
Just to be fair, they're both very underdogs.
Yeah, right.
Well, neither one of these is going to win the tournament. Let's get that correct. But
I'm just saying, no matter what you're voting for, is an underdog. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Well, yeah, I'll vote for Real Steel. I think that it's just one that really surprised me. I think Hugh Jackman's really great. Evangeline's pretty good. And throwing an Anthony Mackie and then a Kevin Durant. I'm a big fan of all of them. So yeah, let's go with Real Steel. This is a good little family movie matchup. So Real Steel. I'm a big fan of family movies. So yeah. Steven.
Well, despite the fact that it did cost me a match, I do actually love We Bought a Zoo. It actually is one of my favorite movies of 2011. Underrated. I think it's really underrated. Really, I think actually, even though he's playing a totally average, normal guy, I think it's one of Matt Damon's better performances, actually. And there's something else I was going to say, but I can't remember. But I'll just say I vote for We Bought a Zoo.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's a
We'll
tie,
have our
right?
first tie, and we'll start with Steven down at the bottom. Our first
Can't
tie,
switch
so.
it.
Change your vote, Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean I like Real Steel, but We Bought a Zoo. I remember what I was going to say. We Bought a Zoo would make a really good double bill with another 2011 movie, The Descendants.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, that'll be it. So we can speed through and see which thing wins.
Too bad the Descendants didn't make it here in the championship.
Wins the whole thing. Let's see.
Yeah, that would have been interesting to see those two movies go up against each other.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a little comic book matchup here to start to determine this will be the Sweet 16 going into the 8. X-Men First Class and Captain America First Avenger. Malcolm.
Which I find this thing because I'm pretty sure on part 2 we had Captain America First Avenger take on Days of Future Past.
Yeah, I think so.
I thought it was Thor or something.
No,
No,
it was
it's-
that.
Yeah, well, it's-
Yeah. No, I remember Captain America and Days of Future Past. Yep.
Yeah, same.
I know. I think it also went up against Thor at one point.
Maybe.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it was in that same quadrant of the
Yeah,
bracket, but
Actually, did go up against Thor. Yeah, I think both matches happened. So.
But yeah, I like Captain America First Avenger, but I'm going to go X-Men First Class. But I think it's just like
Slightly better. All right. Austin.
My favorite. Got to go with my favorite X-Men movie, First Class.
Yeah, I mean, overall, I'm a bigger X-Men fan, but as far as the movies go, I just really like what they were doing with Captain America, and I like Steven's comment from the last episode that it's Joe Johnson and it has the feel of the Rocketeer, that kind of like vibe to it, and I like that, so I'll go with Captain America. Yeah, Steven.
Yeah, this one's tough actually. I do like the retro feel of Captain America, and since the 4th of July is coming soon, I'll give a vote to Captain America: The First Avenger.
Yeah, sounds good. Brian.
Yeah, this is a good, tough matchup. One had the most underrated FC movie, First Avenger, because my second favorite X movie. I'll give the slight edge to First Avenger.
Yeah. GPO.
No, there's my voice. I'm definitely I'm against that. I think this is a great X-Men film. This is easily one of my kind of mid-tier Marvel films. Like I've never been that enjoyed to go back to the first Avenger here, Captain America. Just kind of good, but not great for me. But I think X-Men is great. So First Class gets my vote.
Yeah.
All right, we got time to Brian. Brian, you'll make me very happy if you switch your vote to First Class.
Yeah, once the X-Men move on, X-Men.
Oh,
It's my second favorite X-Men.
I'm not as happy about that, but I'm not gonna die on that hill.
All right, Fast Five and Tintin. Me first. Yeah, like I said in the first round, I'm not a huge fan of Tintin. Fast Five for sure for me.
Yeah, I think Tintin's really good, but Fast Five is like an all-timer for me. Like that. That's like, yeah, we've already like talked about when it like really took off, and the series went from good to great for me. I mean, I think that some of the early ones actually are great, but this one even like it took it above that. So it's like we went from like, if it's like the series is at a 7 out of 10, this took it to like an 8 out of 10, maybe even a 9 for this individual movie at least. So I'll vote for Fast Five. Steven?
Is that Days of Future Past that Fast Five beat?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
It did. Yeah.
Well, Days of Future Past has hung on for several tournaments. So yeah, I remember it's 2014. So
Yeah.
We're going with a good 20.
I just think Days of Future Past is the better movie, even though I do like Fast Five. But I'm gonna go with Tintin. I love Tintin.
My logic was I'm voting for my favorite X-Men movie in the bracket right above it. So
yeah. Well, Brian, what do you say?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Fast Five on this one. We'll see it face First Class. See that take on the next movie. So Fast Five.
Yeah.
Fast Five. I agree.
All right. Fast Five. It'll be
Malcolm.
Oh, Malcolm. I always forget because he was frozen.
Yeah, no. I love both these movies, but just slightly, I'm gonna go Fast Five.
All right. Fast Five.
Insidious and The Help.
All right. And who's up first?
Jordan.
Yeah. So this one's pretty easy. The Help is good, but man, Insidious is still my favorite horror movie ever made. Like I just have a lot of love for it. So let's go with Insidious. Yeah. Steven.
The Help.
Yeah. Brian.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to help on this one.
JPO.
One of the most scariest scenes of the year was easily when she fed him shit. The Help.
Yeah. But when the Darth Maul guy popped up between Patrick Wilson or behind him.
Yeah.
Ray Park.
Right.
Ray Parker
Yeah.
was stunning.
No, the
Yeah.
evening shit is scarier. I could punch the Darth Maul guy in the face. So,
Unless he's a demon and your hand goes through him. But
no, I could take it.
but Malcolm.
Yeah, Insidious is a really good horror movie, but unfortunately, Jordan, I can't help you here because I'm going to help.
Man, you guys are leaving me stranded here.
Yeah.
Austin.
Yeah, I know you like Insidious, Jordan, but you got to see more horror movies because there's way better horror movies than Insidious. I'm willing to help.
I've seen a lot of horror movies, but
I think me and Pez have voted for the help just because of that blasphemy of it's the best horror movie of all time.
Yeah,
I don't
know. No. Yeah. Harry Potter, Deathly Hallows Part 2 and 21 Jump Street. Steven.
21 Jump Street.
Okay.
Brian.
Yeah, we probably a comedy the train to tournament, so 21 Jump Street.
JPO.
Damn, it's a tough one, but yeah, I'm gonna agree with the group so far. 21 Jump Street.
Yeah. Malcolm.
Muted, my friend.
Muted.
Oh, you're muted. Yeah.
But it's even there.
Yeah, I mean, both these movies are good. I do like 21 Jump Street, but I'm going to vote for the 2011 movie, which is Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Yeah. Austin.
I'm going to vote for the movie without any wizardry, 21 Jump Street.
Yeah, there's another movie that I'm high on that's not going to make it because it's my number 5 movie of all time. It is The Deathly Hallows Part 2. I think it's an epic conclusion to everything. And yeah, but so I'll vote for that, but it'll be 21 Jump Street.
Okay, all right. There's part of our Elite 8 there, and we'll go to the other side.
I mean, there's still more Harry Potter movies coming up, so
There's a lot more Harry Potter movies coming up in the next.
Yeah, but they're not as good.
I don't think I don't think any of them will be good, so that's fine.
Yeah, Azkaban gets dark. But...
We'll get Azkaban up in there.
All right. Brian's up for Thor and Ghost Protocol.
Thor.
All right, GPO.
Your high as a kite. Ghost Protocol.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I like Ghost Protocol, but I actually like 4 more, so 4.
Oh wow! Look, you guys smoking.
Yeah, drugs is breath.
Yeah, what the hell? The movie that should win this tournament, Ghost Protocol.
Drugs are bad. Okay, drugs are bad. Yeah, Ghost Protocol by like a mile from me. So, Steven.
This would be tougher if Bridesmaid had won the first round.
Amen, Steve.
Ghost Protocol.
Yeah.
And I like Thor. I just think it's nowhere near as good.
Better.
I don't hate it, but like it's mid Marvel versus top tier.
Yeah. All right, JPO, you'll be up for the Fright Night remake and 50.
Oh, Nikes.
Yeah.
I'm still going Fright Night, man. I really am a fan of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like 50-50, but I'm going to go Fright Night.
Yeah. Austin.
Yeah, a horror movie that's better than Insidious, Fright Night.
But does it create a cool world in the way that
it sure as fuck does?
Insidious does.
Yeah, a bunch of vampires in Las Vegas.
Yeah, but
some magic stuff with David Tennant. I'm in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I really like Fright Night a lot, and I like it better than 50-50. I rewatched 50-50, and it's good, but I'll go Fright Night. Yeah. Steven?
Fright Night and Insidious are actually pretty on par with me in that, but it's they have the opposite problems. I think Fright Night has a great first half and not as great second half, and it's the opposite with Insidious.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going. I'm definitely going with 50-50 on this.
Brian.
I also social love the 50-50.
It'll still be Fright Night.
Fright Night. We got Moneyball and The Wolf of Wall Street. Yeah. All right.
Which Jonah Hill movie?
Yeah, which Jonah Hill Oscar-nominated performance are you going to go with?
Yeah, right.
Both of them.
I don't think he should have been nominated for either.
He should have been nominated for both. You out of your fucking mind? Yeah,
It was
he's
rainbow
great.
for them.
Damn, what Jonah Hill ever do to you?
What are you talking about?
Has anyone seen Jonah Hill lately? Like, if you look at like pictures, he is like super skinny now. Like he's like almost like alarmingly skinny.
Don't worry, give it two more film roles.
Okay?
He'll be back to War Dogs. Jonah
Yeah,
Hill.
right.
Unfortunately, well, we were gonna go to Malcolm and he disappeared. So no, in this case, again, since Wolf of Wall, like I will vote for the 2011 movie to make it into the 8. So I'll go with Moneyball actually.
Yeah, and we can go back to Malcolm. What do you think here?
I'm doing the same logic as Austin Moneyball.
Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Let's go for that. Let's go for Moneyball. I don't always do it, but it's a movie that I like enough. I'll just keep it on par with whatever year it is. So yeah, Moneyball. Steven.
Yeah, Moneyball.
Yeah. Brian.
I also go with the better dramatic Wolf of Joe Hill, Moneyball.
Yeah.
JPO.
JPO.
Wolf of Wall Street.
Well, it'll be Moneyball.
Moneyball.
Nice.
All right. Final Destination 5, and we bought a zoo. I'm up first. I'll go with a horror movie that's better than Insidious. Final Destination 5.
Now, this one I can definitively say, for me, is not better than Insidious, but I still really like the Final Destination movies. They're just kind of campy fun, but they're good. But so yeah, I'll still vote for Final Destination number. We bought a zoo though. Steven?
Probably end up being the only one to vote for it, but I don't care. We bought a zoo.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, vote for what you like. Brian?
I'll go with the Matt Damon movie. We bought a zoo.
Yeah. JPO?
Hey, there's still hope for it. We bought a zoo.
Oh, okay, wow. Oh, we don't know what to tie though.
Malcolm?
Well, it depends.
Yeah, but it's tied to me, baby. If it gets there.
Final Destination 5 is better than We Bought a Zoo, and it's also better than Insidious. Final Destination 5.
There you go, Malcolm.
Come
That
on,
works.
guys.
But it's a JPO tie.
You need to rewatch
Yes,
Insidious.
Matt Damon moves on.
Oh.
Damon. All right.
Jimmy Kimmel's
All
favorite
right.
guest.
Okay. All right. We're going to the final 4 here. Let's see what happens. We've got X-Men First Class and Fast 5. So it's a good one. So Jordan, what do you got?
X-Men First Class and Fast 5. I think I got to give it to Fast 5. Like, I think First Class is good. Like, it ranks in my top 3, but it's Fast 5 ranks in my top 1 for Fast and Furious. So I'll go Fast 5. Steven, yeah.
X-Men First Class for sure.
Yeah. Brian.
Fast 5.
Yeah.
JPO.
Fat 5.
Yeah. Malcolm.
First Class.
And Austin.
Yeah, I'm gonna go First Class. So we have a tie to Malcolm.
It's gonna be First Class.
Hey, all right.
At least Fast 5 moves on trade 10 though.
Yeah.
No, I mean all of these move on to the next ladder series, so they all move on to the 2010. They'll all be in there. They all advance. All the ones that we're voting on right now. So
yeah,
they will. We'll all get a chance to vote for them again. So you'll see Fast 5 again. Got The Help and 21 Jump Street. We'll go to Steven.
The Help.
Okay.
Yeah. Brian.
Jump Street.
Yep.
Okay.
JPO.
I'm gonna go with 21 Jump Street. Yeah.
Yeah. Malcolm.
I mean, they're both already advancing, so I'm going to go for the 2011 movie, The Help.
Yeah. Austin.
If I was really passionate about The Help, I'd agree with you, but I'm not. So 21 Jump Street.
And spite vote against The Help for beating Insidious. Let's go with 21 Jump Street.
Okay, fair enough. 21 Jump Street. All right, and yeah, that's our 2 over there. And on the other side, we got Ghost Protocol and Fright Night. Brian.
Ghost Protocol.
Yeah. JPO.
Ooh, Yeah, Ghost Protocol.
Yep. Malcolm, what do you say?
I just really love Fright Night. Fright Night.
Sure, yeah. Austin.
I really love Friday Night too, but you know what else I really love? Ghost Protocol. Ghost Protocol.
Yeah. I really love both of these also, but yeah. Ghost Protocol is my number one Mission Impossible movie. So, Steven.
As someone who has the fear of heights, that Burj, what's the name of that building? The Burj.
Burj Khalifa.
Yeah, that scene just Ghost Protocol for sure.
Yeah. All right.
It's really crazy that, like, Dubai and Saudi Arabia has some crazy things going on. I just watched the whole video about the Warner Brothers theme park. You should go look that up. It's an indoor theme park that's freaking banging. That looks really cool.
Yeah.
So, well,
all right.
anyways.
We bought a zoo and Moneyball. JPO.
Let's go. Oh, we bought a Moneyball.
Yeah.
We bought a baseball team. All right.
We used our Moneyball to buy some Moneyball. Malcolm.
Moneyball.
Austin.
Moneyball.
Oh yeah, it's Moneyball easy here. Steven?
We bought a zoo. Yeah, I am happy that it actually made the top 8 though.
So you'll actually see it again in the next tournament, Steven. So
yeah,
vote on it again in the next couple weeks. Yeah, Brian.
Thank you, Drew Fowl. We had enough time for Moneyball.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just flabbergasted. We bought a zoo, made it this far. I don't know. That's just me.
But Jordan, you're a fan movie fan, so you must be happy about
that. Yeah.
All right, Malcolm. We'll see what makes the final matchup here. We got First Class and 21 Jump Street. Malcolm.
First Class.
I got to go First Class.
Is First Class 2011 or is it 2012? It's
2011.
Okay, then I'll go 21 Jump Street because I do like it better. Steven.
First Class.
Yeah. Brian.
Yeah, I want to see Jump Street make try to win the championship, so Jump Street.
Yeah. JPO.
She's muted.
I know my mouse. I get my mouse. But I got distracted. 21 Jump Street.
Yeah.
Cool. The 2011 movie makes it to the finals. All right, because I'm ready for a tie. All right, so all right. I'll be up first for Ghost Protocol Moneyball. I'll say Ghost Protocol. Jordan.
Yeah, got to be Ghost Protocol. Steven?
I'll go Ghost Protocol.
Yeah. Steven? I mean, sorry, Brian. I looked right at Brian, and then that came out. Brian, yeah. JPO.
I'm going to go Moneyball.
Okay. Yeah. Malcolm.
I've been voting against it this whole tournament, but this time I'm going to go Ghost Protocol.
Yeah.
All right. So our finals here, and
There
I'm
we
very
go.
happy because I said at least one of these should win a tournament, and so now either one of these is going to win the tournament. So I'm happy. I'm a happy man. I don't care which one wins because I like both these movies a lot.
It's a good thing that we got Drive to win that one tournament because it was out in the first round here.
Yeah, well, that's fine. It won. It got a win. So but Jordan will be at first. Our finals here for 2011: X-Men First Class, Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol. What do you think?
Yeah, I just got to put the one I think is the best of the whole series for its franchise, and that's Ghost Protocol. So, Steven.
Wait, what beat Drive?
I can't remember what.
Insidious.
Insidious.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Insidious.
Well, you guys were all gone doing something. I can't remember what it was right now. And then no, I was
me and Malcolm.
I was being sarcastic because you guys, all three of you, weren't here. So it was just me, Malcolm, and Jordan. So obviously Jordan voted for Insidious. I voted for Drive, and Malcolm went, "Oh, Drive won a tournament, Insidious." So
yeah,
that's literally what happened.
Pretty fucked up. You guys weren't on time. Just saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
Insidious hasn't won a tournament, you guys. Come on.
It's not gonna win a tournament. Sorry, buddy. Be a better movie, and you'll win a tournament.
So neither of these are in my top 10, but they are in my top 20 for 2011. So I'll go slightly with Ghost Protocol.
Yeah.
Right.
Brian.
I'll go with the franchise X-Men.
Yeah. JPO.
Ghost Protocol, legit.
Yeah.
Malcolm.
Malcolm.
I'm here now.
Okay. What do you want to vote for?
First class.
Ooh, it's a tie.
Well, I haven't voted yet, but that's fine.
Oh, okay. It's not a tie because not an even number of people have voted. Awesome. I mean, it will be
not a tie yet. It will be a tie because I'm voting for first class. But fortunately, this time Jordan has the tiebreaker.
Yep. And it's
Gotta
got to
change your
be
vote.
Ghost Protocol. Let's go.
I know. I'm fine with that because Ghost Protocol is fucking awesome and should win the tournament.
I got the tiebreaker. It's going to be Insidious. Let's go.
No.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's how the show works, Jordan.
Yeah, that'd be cool. When you get the tiebreaker, you can pick any movie in the bracket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that would change the show a lot.
Yeah, right.
That would really piss off some people I banned from the group.
Well, like one of these times I want to do a chaos show where we have that rule, like an April Fool's or something weird. But yeah,
I don't know how that would work logistically with the bracket to jump like one thing to another.
Yeah, it's kind of.
I don't even know if let me try. Okay, so I'm grabbing Insidious right here. If I went like this, look, Insidious wins.
Wait, you don't like that? Let me screenshot it really quick.
Yeah, George, I just hate George in the screenshot. This was the results.
But I'm sorry,
man, it wasn't fast enough. I actually just tried to do it.
Ethan Hunt and his team were too fast, and they just jumped right on that and stopped the heist. So
What's that? It's Ghost Protocol with a steel chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm sorry. Look, Magneto uses powers. Oh, now X-Men First Class wins.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, damn.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
So I guess it is possible for me to just be like, oh, look, their drive snuck in and drive right there. Oh,
Yeah.
there goes Ghost
Wolf of
Protocol.
Wall Street
Oh
again.
shit, Wolf of Wall Street. Hey, he bought his way back into the tournament. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, but Ethan Hunt beat the shit out of him. Oh, there you go. Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
beat him. Yeah, right.
Anyways,
But anyway, I'm going to quickly head off before my internet cuts out again.
Before he cuts out again. Yeah,
Malcolm.
Malcolm will be hosting Rankum, where this week's episode will be Pixar? Rom-coms of the 90s.
Rom-coms of the 90s.
Rom-coms of the 90s, which Jordan wants to be on, except for the fact that I think he forgot he's got Seen and Heard trivia on Sunday night. So
I was hoping maybe if I got Malcolm early enough, maybe he'd be willing to like move the times, but it's fine. It's all good.
No,
we
but
can't
I've got a
move
bunch.
everything for you, Jordan. It's not all about
right.
you, Jordan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Besides, I've got a bunch of people who haven't been on Rankum in a while on that episode, so
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's cool.
so
All
Sounds
right.
good. All right. Thanks, Malcolm.
All right.
Yeah, and even if he does go out, he might stay frozen there. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
But we'll go to Steven. What do you have coming up, or where can we find you?
You can find me all through social media and Letterboxd at Shepard82. Just did picks and list.
And who's the champion? Who's the champion, Steven?
I was gonna say that for spoilers, but yeah.
Yeah, you won't spoil these matches.
And
I mean, I would have played,
You
but
wanna watch
we
them.
had a show to do over here, so
Yeah.
Well,
right.
I had to kind of be on the show.
this was supposed to be at 8:00.
I know there was a certain guy who started 45 minutes late, and kind of,
Now let's not read
ruined a
over
lot of that, that's fine.
We were actually on time for once. That's rare for us, but yeah.
As far as here goes, as of right now, the next one I think I'm scheduled to be on is I guess it would be the Star Trek characters, I guess.
Yeah, the Star Trek characters. Yep. Yeah, so that'll be coming up.
There's a couple here. These are obvious. I was given this list a while back, so this is outdated. So I don't know. Some of these I'm sure are already filled up, but there's a couple others that I wouldn't mind being on if they're not filled up. But for now, Star Trek characters.
No, Star Wars would be Monday, Steven. That's
Monday. Yeah, but I'm not on that one.
Yeah. He's on the Star Trek one, but yeah, and in the Battle of the Toms, I got you down for that one. So Tom Cruise and Tom Hanks.
Tom Cruise.
And
yeah.
and you guys will get the updated schedule soon because I have a new way of how I'm gonna get people on the show. But all the regulars will get a little schedule, so don't worry about that. I'll be sending that out probably soon, so you can sign up for more episodes. So yeah, but yeah, cool. And Brian, where can we find you?
Yeah, I do Chivy Both Spaces. I was on the Pierce Code just before receiving for the picks of this title match. I'll be here next Friday for the big animation tier ranker championship, which will be a tough one.
Yeah.
and yesterday my match dropped on Bay Moose in America, which is Disney Derby, which are faced against Colin and Bessie Deacon.
Nice. That's cool. I'll have to go check that out. But JPO, where can we find you? Are you still?
He's wandering
He's
around.
probably put on Ross, I guess.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. He's doing something. Who knows? But Austin,
I know he'll be on Lifestyle Trivia afterwards. I think
he's doing a bunch of trivia over on the Pierce Co. Go check that out.
He's asleep though. How can he be awake for more trivia? He's sleeping. but
I don't think he's doing any more tonight. I think he's done for the night. But anyways, mostly here on Movie Hero. There he is. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, JPO. Want to do any plugs besides Pierce Co?
Yeah.
The Pierce Co. Having some more fun. Twibbit tomorrow is always a fun game if anyone can sign up for that. More trivia next week. And Pierce Wrestling is also a channel to check out for some funsies.
Yeah, nice. Sounds good. Austin.
Yeah, mostly here on Movie Hero Network. I'll be on Battleground Casual tomorrow night over on TMG Entertainment, talking some Flash, and a little spoiler review. And then, we'll be doing some geek hot takes over on Henry Confidential's channel next week. So I'll be a part of that because he knows I have geek hot takes. So we'll be doing like sort of a list of those going around the panel. I think Amaru Moses will be on that show too. So yeah, should be fun.
Yeah, awesome. And as always, you can find me on the social media on Twitter and Instagram at Movie Hero 2121. You can find me on my personal Instagram mostly. That will be Jordan83616. We will have a poll for our Elite 8 over in the Schmodown Friends and Family group because we're finally at our championship, so we'll put it out for that. And then we'll have trivia coming up this Sunday. So the Seen and Heard movie trivia, it'll be trivia with questions based on clips from movies and clips from movie scores and soundtracks. And if anyone wants to play on future episodes, just let me know because we only do it like twice a month, so there's some good time to sign up because it takes me a little bit to put it all together, but someday I'd like to do it more than twice a month. But we'll get there eventually. We're just not quite there yet. But and then we have a Patreon. Go to patreon.com/moviehero. We are going to be doing our next podcast. We haven't set an actual date yet, but it'll probably have to be. We usually try to have at least one per month. But I'm sorry, guys, we got a little busy this month. We'll probably end up doing 2 this next month, but it's looking like we'll have to do it in July. But we're going to be doing actors and actresses we can't stand, so that's coming up. But as a little bonus, it'll just be on the channel. But I will be appearing with Jacob Barber and Austin talking about our midway point of the year on a podcast about movies, our like favorite movies of the year so far, and some like new movies we've discovered over the years, maybe like just like maybe older ones we just watched for the first time, that kind of thing. So and then just what we have. Oh, and then also too, soon I'm going to be getting back to doing some live game streams also, because I just picked up Street Fighter 6, and that game freaking blew my mind. Like for a fighting game, this thing has an open world. It's got like really cool ways of leveling up characters, mini games galore. Like you're discovering all kinds of things. A huge open world. Like it's weird. I've never seen that on a fighting game, and it's like really awesome. So yeah, I would highly recommend that game. So yeah, but and for tournament fights and tier ranker, what we have coming up. So next week will be the start of our geek series. We're doing a series to determine the best geek character of all time. I took a little inspiration from Amaru and Moses. He did something similar, but on a much smaller scale. So we're doing it kind of bigger and longer, kind of. So it'll be best Star Wars characters will be our first tournament. We have 8 different tournaments, and then the Sweet 16 from each one will go in a big 128 3-part series at the whenever we get to it. Probably it could even be next year sometime. Probably when we get to the end of that thing. And then we'll be getting into some geography episodes with best movies with a city in the title and best movies with a state in the title. So those will be soon. And then we'll have our best movies of 2010 coming up pretty early in July. It's just when I was able to fit it in. So that'll be sooner than later. We got best vacation movies because it's summertime and it's just movies where people are on vacation. And then our next best geek character tournament that we already mentioned for that Steven's going to be on best Star Trek characters. So we got that. We have our movie hero mystery tournament coming up near the end of July. And that's where we spin our big wheel of movies 64 times. We'll do a little pre-show and we'll spin it 64 times. And the first 64 movies to come up out of all of our favorite movies will be in a tournament. And then we have best. So our next series to come after animation will be best movies with one-word titles, and we had to split it by decade. And even for like the 2010, because there's so many dang movies out there, we got to split that decade in half at least, and we'll see about other ones. But we'll have that one coming up. Then we have that Battle of the Toms that we talked about, Hanks versus Cruz, coming up, and then also we'll be doing a big animated tournament that we'll have all the top 10 animated movie winners from all of our tier ranker decade series, plus all the honorable mentions. So those will all be
should be a good one.
Yeah. And then I'll just throw in just a couple bonus ones. We got best westerns coming up soon. We never got into westerns yet, and then we will be doing best with the country in the title eventually too. So we have more geography coming up. So yeah, but that's our little preview of what's to come soon here on the channel. But that'll do it for us tonight, guys. So thanks again. This has been a fun time, and like even with the delays, we're still not that long, only about an hour and a half. So that's good. We made good time. So yeah, but
9-minute episode.
Yeah. So for Steven, for Brian, for JPO, for Austin, for Malcolm, I've been Jordan, the movie hero Anderson, and we will see you next time.